Mic check real quick here. Can you guys hear me? Cool. All right. Yeah, I want to thank all of you for being here today. I mean, what a beautiful day here to welcome everybody up to Northern Michigan. For those of you that have been here, you know, but anybody that hasn't, welcome. I mean, we've had people travel from far, every four corners of this country, Alaska, New Zealand, believe it or not. People from all over the place. You've all been very important parts of our lives. And a lot of you have witnessed me in particular over the years. You've either been a witness or an accomplice to me not growing up. We're so happy to join our two families together and so glad you could all be a witness to it today. So Joanna's going to share a few words and then we're going to have a great time.
Yeah, I just want to say again, thank you so much. It really means so much to us for you all to be here. We have an amazing bridal party, wedding party. Our vendors have been amazing. And yeah, it's been perfect. We couldn't ask for more. So thank you so much. And we're excited to party. So yeah.
Let's eat some food.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this beautiful day in the heart of Michigan wine country as we celebrate the union of two incredible people, my daughter Joanna and her now husband Brian. I have to get used to that. It's tough. From the moment Joanna was born, my life was filled with joy and love beyond measure. Watching her grow into the remarkable woman that she is today has been an amazing journey. As her father, I couldn't be more proud of the person she has become, kind, intelligent, and full of boundless love. Today, my wife Sonia and I officially welcome Brian, a Boilermaker, into the family, and we're so happy. Brian, from the first moment we met you, we could see the love and respect you have for Joanna, and that meant the world to us. You've proven to be a loving and caring partner, and we know that you will continue to be a source of strength and support for her. As parents, our greatest wish is for our children to find someone who loves and cherishes them, someone who makes them laugh, and someone who is there for them through all of life's events. Joanna has found that someone in Brian, and for that, we are truly grateful. Joanna and Brian, as you move into this new chapter of your lives together, please remember to always communicate openly, trust, and earn trust with each other. Have fun, and continue to grow together as a couple. May your love be a shining example for all of us and a testament to the power of a strong and loving partnership. To Joanna and Brian, may your journey together be filled with endless happiness, and may your love continue to grow stronger with every day. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in raising your glasses to toast to the newlyweds, Joanna and Brian. May your love be filled with a lifetime of joy and cherished memories. Go Blue, go Boilers, cheers. Okay.
Thanks, Doug. That was sort of a hard act to follow, and that some of this may sound a little repetitive. There might be a little repeat theme here. I am Carol, Brian's mom, and John and I would like to first thank all of you for coming to celebrate Brian and Joanna. Everyone here, all of you, have played a part in one or both of their lives, so it's fitting that together we get to watch the next chapter in their lives. Doug and Sonia, thank you for raising a daughter who makes our son so very happy. It's a privilege to share a few thoughts on this special day. Themes that run through it are curiosity, adventurousness, thoughtfulness, and kindness. Because I've known Brian since he was born, there are many stories. I'll begin with his curiosity and desire to figure out how things work. As a small child, during a meal, he once bounced out of his seat at Grandma and Grandpa's to crawl under the swivel chair that rolled. It was different than his stationary high chair, and he was trying to figure out how it worked. Significant that that took priority over the food, given that one of his first words was more at mealtime. And then a little older at Legoland in California with elaborate Lego buildings, cars, boats, he was quite occupied looking at how the Lego boats were moving on tracks through the water. The rest of us were looking at the Legos. He was looking at figuring out how it all worked. Thoughtful and kind are good descriptors, and I observed that early when, Brian, you were about 2, when you walked up to me with some wild daisies you had picked at the cottage and presented them to me. There's really cute photo evidence of this, by the way, so the moment has never been forgotten, though there are other flowers and kind things along the way since. He often befriended those who had a different background through his school years, and as a teenager, he helped strangers in need at Appalachia Service Project with church friends. Brian's adventurous spirit was cultivated through years of scout trips, both monthly, weekend, and high adventure trips, and I'll let somebody else tell those stories tonight. His senior year of high school adventure involved trying a new sport, rugby, which resulted in lifelong friends after another adventure took him far from home to Purdue. You can all say it with me. Adventures now continue in various forms, in mountain hiking or snowboarding, general travel to see new things, or even exploring new restaurants. As adventures expanded 4 years ago, because entered Joanna. Though really, you first entered it earlier than that at work. Continuing with the theme, Brian's childhood curiosity or experience at ASP suddenly manifested itself to, quote, help a friend with a bathroom project, which everyone here has already heard about the bathroom project, with no idea really how to do much of it except figuring it out as he went along. We suspected, by the way, that this was code for a girl because otherwise a name such as Dan, Chris, or Ryan would have been spoken rather than just I'm helping a friend with the bathroom. And then there was finishing up a kitchen, and then there was yet another bathroom. Those old houses, it just never really ends, right? But amidst it all, it wasn't long before we met you, Joanna. Quite unplanned, and we immediately saw your similarly thoughtful and kind ways. Brian had borrowed John's old Corvette, old Corvette, again, hidden code because that didn't happen often. We didn't ask questions. However, it broke down and not in the best spot. And when we came to help with the car, upon being introduced, you quickly said, I'm so sorry we messed up your Sunday afternoon. Your first words spoken to us. I mean, rather than being upset at the situation or anything else about it, that thoughtfulness was just right obvious from the beginning. So fast forward to now, how wonderful that friend still fits. Well, maybe they're a little more than friends now. And new adventures have continued for you both as you travel and navigate fun in life together. We love spending time with you and look forward to seeing your future together unfold. So let's all raise a glass to toast Brian and Joanna. I forgot to bring mine up here. Wishing you a lifetime of happiness and love surrounded by the support of family and friends who care about you. Here's to figuring out life as a married couple, enjoying fun adventures as husband and wife, with always a thread of thoughtfulness and kindness woven in. Cheers.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming this weekend to celebrate and support these two lovely people sitting next to me. For those that don't know me, my name is Stacey Buchanan, a longtime friend of the bride and newer friend of the groom. Hopefully I'm a friend by now, right, Brian? So I would like to start off by asking you a question, Joanna. How on earth did you possibly have time to plan such an amazingly beautiful wedding when you have about 1 billion hobbies, including reading 77 books already this year? By the way, I had to update that number as of this morning because when I first started writing this speech a few weeks ago, she was only in the 50s. Seriously though, Joanna, you look absolutely stunning today. And I feel so honored that you asked me to speak on such a special night in your life. We have been friends since middle school. Neither of us can quite remember how we exactly met, but we know it had something to do with our mutual friends that were in orchestra with you, many of which are here today. We have come a long way since then, transitioning from going to American Idol concert to Taylor Swift and Jonas Brothers concerts, from dressing up to attend school dances to dressing up to attend our friends' groups' weddings, from reading boring mandatory books for AP English to reading much more fun books for book clubs, well, at least you. From traveling up north to attend Key Club Convention to traveling to Nashville for an epic weekend for your bachelorette party. Throughout the years, you have continued to show me what being a caring and dedicated friend looks like. I have especially appreciated how much you have gone out of your way to spend time with my son Jackson since he was born. It means so much to have a friend that cares so much about me, but it means even more to have a friend that cares so much about my child. We have made so many memories together the past 17-ish years, and I know we will continue to make many more now with the added addition of this guy sitting next to you. Brian, even though you cut me out of all of the pictures on your Instagram and don't always make the best decisions when we play Dungeons and Dragons, I am truly so happy Joanna found such a great guy. I know it takes a lot of energy to keep up with all her activities, plans, and traveling, but I think you are just the right man for the job. I knew Joanna had found the one when she told me about this guy from her work that had volunteered to help her remodel her bathroom. I didn't ask the other people, so sorry. I'm not sure about anyone else here, but I don't know a single coworker of mine that would volunteer to do that for me. You are such an outgoing, funny, and personable guy and fit in with our high school group perfectly. Thank you for being such a loving and supportive partner to our little Joe. Joanna and Brian, now that you are starting this new chapter, I thought the perfect end of the speech would be to offer some marriage advice as a married person myself. And what more fitting way to do so than with the help of the musical genius that is the one and only Taylor Swift. So, are you ready for it? Today was a fairy tale, ceremony under a willow tree, beautiful dress, all of your closest family and friends, everything your wildest dreams could have ever imagined. But I hate to break it to you, your days together won't always be this perfect. I'm sure you both know all too well how much everything has changed now that the blank space on your marriage license is signed, which means you have officially taken your love story to the next level. Remember, 2 is better than 1, so always try to work together to solve any champagne problems that come your way. If your eyes are turning red because your spouse was being mean, then you need to calm down. Try your best to shake it off, because knowing you two, you're just trying to be a caring lover and make your partner smile. Brian, if you ever feel like there is suddenly bad blood out of nowhere between you and Joanna, stop and think, did you leave the toilet seat up 15 or 22 times too many? Joanna, I know you love to splurge and stay on top of your style, but spending so much money can be a delicate situation when it comes to your household budget. It's not always about me. Maybe you should have said no to that expensive house coat from Express. Make time for each other. Keep your eyes open for fun activities and date nights to do together, even after you're married. I especially approve of you two continuing to play D&D, so you can say, I've had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. And most importantly, make sure you don't forget to tell each other words of affirmation, such as, Joanna, you are the best thing that's ever been mine. Or, Brian, you are the king of my heart. You belong with me. Not only will reassuring your partner bring you good karma, but it will give you closure to know that you have found someone who truly cares about your happiness. And with that, would everyone please raise a glass to these gorgeous newlyweds? Joanna and Brian, may you be each other's end game, first string, and A team forever and evermore. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it's my great honor today to stand before you in front of this wonderful couple as the best man. My name's Stephen Cox, and I'm thrilled to be here celebrating this joyous occasion with all of you today. First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to everyone today for making this wedding an unforgettable experience. To Doug for conducting a beautiful ceremony, to the bridesmaids, groomsmen, and everyone involved for making this day run smoothly. Thank you for your efforts. I also want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to Carol and John for raising such an exceptional son. And to Doug and Sonia for raising a wonderful daughter and welcoming Brian into your family and making this day possible. Brian and I met in college where we were merely acquaintances. Fate intervened because we both needed a roommate in our house that we lived in. We didn't quite know each other yet. We moved in, our bond grew stronger, fueled by our shared love for hockey, cars, cigars, and a nice glass of scotch. During our college years, Brian would show me his superpower. His ability to break anything and everything whenever we would go out. But here's the amazing part. By the next morning, whatever it was, it'd be fixed, cleaned, taken care of, whatever it needed to be, it was done. It's a perfect example of Brian's character. He can be stubborn, over-energetic, and hyper-fixated, requiring just the right amount of supervision that might account for a babysitter. However, beneath those quirks, Brian is one of the most caring, loyal, and dependable individuals I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. Many in this room can attest to his kindness. Whether it's flying across the country to help a friend rebuild his livelihood and house after a hurricane came by, or simply sharing a glass of scotch and a cigar after a rough week. Brian's always there, ready to lend a hand or a listening ear. Now let's take a moment to talk about the wonderful woman that captured Brian's heart, Joanna. When I met Joanna in 2017, Brian had invited me to go to a barbecue in Lake Michigan. I remember then, Brian was so excited just being around Joanna. He was just a coworker then. When he told me that they started dating, I wasn't at all surprised. I was surprised, however. It took remodeling her bathroom. Twice. Joanna, as I've gotten to know you, I've learned a few things. You have a brilliant mind, a quick wit, and a level of patience that seems otherworldly. You're not afraid to bring Brian back down to earth when his over-energetic tendencies take hold. And your ability to ground him are truly a perfect balance. You're the perfect fit for Brian. Your unwavering support, love, and ability to understand him on a deep level make you the ideal partner for this adventure called life. Together, you complement each other in the most wonderful ways, creating a bond built on trust, respect, and a shared vision of the future. I'll leave you both with just one thing to remember. The love is about all the changes you make and not just 3 small words. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in raising your glass to toast this extraordinary couple. To Brian and Joanna, you have found each other a love that is rare and magical. Your journey together is filled with endless possibilities, and I have no doubt that you will conquer them hand in hand. May your lives be filled with laughter, love, and beautiful memories. Here's to the newlyweds. Cheers.